That very famous song by the brilliant band The Beatles, Paperback Writer. Oh yes, what a great lyric that had. And of course, a lot of people still remember the Beatles with such great affection, as I do still think they're a brilliant band. But some might suggest in this very difficult world of publishing right now, particularly when you've been blasted left, right and centre, not just by your peers, but more importantly, by the people that should be supporting you. Well, it is now truly the end, as we reveal the end game of this particular project. As ever, let me explain. Hi, how are you? You all right? We're still in the rain. We're still here for you. That's all that matters, of course, as we career towards Christmas. And very soon, can you believe this, out of 2023 and into 2024. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but if you come into London and you do want to be here on that spectacular night with Big Ben and all their lights and everything like that, it is a ticketed event, rather expensive, and apparently tickets have sold out. But of course, like everything now, even if you want to participate in some fun here in the middle of central London, it's going to cost. That is, of course, unless you're willing to vote for someone. You know what I'm saying? Now, back as ever to your royal story of the day. This story just keeps building and building, because as people realise now, this tell-all book that was going to be so sensational, so shocking, and bring down the royal family with all those quips about royal racists and, the terrible things that were written about Camilla, and of course they're naming people in the Dutch version of the book. Well, what's happened, publishers have realised that actually people don't want it. They're not interested in it. And more importantly, are fed up of reading about these stories, particularly the really naff ones. I don't know if you remember this one about how Prince Charles, or should I say King Charles, has his shoelaces ironed. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Anybody can find these myths out on the internet, yet they were included by this publisher who paid this ridiculous author a lot of money. Let me tell you this, the paperback edition has now been put on ice while they try and get through the mire of what possibly will be a legal minefield with this particular book. Now, of course, we have to say allegedly, and this particular author and the publisher will refute these claims. But as they haven't made the money on the hardback, it makes it even more difficult to make the money on the paperback, because people know it's a tissue of lies. We've seen that being exposed. He's lied about it, and of course now even the publishers, as we told you the other day, in the Netherlands are debating about whether to turn this into a documentary. So either way, if this particular author thought that this bombshell book that was released only 3.5 weeks ago was going to be the catalyst of a sparkling career, sadly for him, and more importantly the publisher, who will no doubt have to look at cutting certain jobs to make sure things work into 2024, allegedly, this is going to be a year of no paperback writer, as I said at the beginning. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.